Alright, so...
That's why I married her.
Alright. I got... Wait, here's some ASMR.
So, okay, I was gonna try and be quiet and just let you pour it, but I just love that. Okay, here's some ASMR just violently shaking this Pringles can full of popcorn. Oh, hold on, is this the cabin? I mean, it's not the cabin, but like, this is like something they used to do in video games during this time, where like a level would just be one area that you walked into, and they made it like a really good combat area.
They just fight.
And you just be there the whole time until something busts down like an obvious barricade. Because there's rubble that is at a perfect 90-degree angle, like at the other side of this arena behind me.
It'll be ready for you when you're done.
Okay.
It's loading.
Hiding loading screens in your video game is always a hard win. Like Metroid Prime had the first one that I noticed, where if you shoot a door, it won't open immediately because it's loading the next room. That's pretty cool. Another cool thing was the ladder.
In MGS?
Yes.
Yeah.
The ladder was loading like the second half of the game, which is why that ladder is so long.
It's fun. Put this over there.
No.
Pour it on the ground.
I mean, you can, but it'll still be your problem. So. You can do it. You do whatever you want. You are an adult, after all.
Yeah.
Hey, that's something that it's really hard to come to terms with. It's like I can just freaking do if I felt like it.
So I keep seeing TikToks, and it's not funny because it's the same fucking joke.
Yeah.
But it's like when you realize that you have full like control over your decisions or autonomy or whatever, and they're always holding an egg carton.
Egg carton?
Yeah. And then they walk over to their fucking wall and they just throw an egg at the wall.
Oh, that's freaking hysterical.
The first time I saw it, I was like, yeah, alright. But every white girl is doing it, and I'm like, alright.
God.
That's enough.
I think it's so funny that I had the balls to be like, yeah, this freaking dumbass freaking white people, and then you were just like, yeah, now white people.
I've always talked about white people.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
I have always been racist against the whites.
Yeah, I realize that I think as I'm getting older, I'm getting a little bit more racist. But it's towards white people.
I said that with the door wide open.
Don't worry, I've said more awful things with the door wide open. So I realize as I'm getting older, I'm getting a little more racist, but because it's to white people, it's okay for whatever reason. And I'm just like, no, don't do that. Stop. I gotta hold myself back and be like, no, you can't let that guy win. Yeah, freaking hell! I stepped into a flaming car and paid the price.
I was just thinking about my response to like...
That's what I get for being racist.
To like religious people and stuff. Because like we went to Walmart and there was people outside. I was gonna say panhandling, but
no solicitors.
Yeah, they're like wearing American flag T-shirts and handing shit out, trying to talk to people. And he was like, "Hi, how are you?" I was like, "In a rush."
Yeah, it was actually pretty. Oh, there it is, the 90-degree angle,
oh
and
my
then
God.
It steps right on over it.
The boss.
The guy, he was like, okay. Like he really didn't know how to respond to it, and I was just like,
how are you? Not in the mood, motherfucker.
I put out a tweet recently. I was just like, yeah, you know, you don't want to talk to somebody. You just walk away. Nothing happens. You can just walk away.
Society says don't be rude.
But you can.
But I learned from the last time I went to Walmart, and there was people, because the internet guys were there this time, again. But the last time I saw them, they were like, "Who do you have for internet?" And they were like following me, and I was going down one of the aisles, and I was like,
That's when you have a power that I don't have, and that is perceived frailty, because you're a lady. So you can just start yelling "stranger danger" and save yourself.
No, because that ruins it for everyone else. So
I don't know if it does.
I don't want to bait like that. I was just like, I don't know. My mother-in-law pays the bill. I don't know what we have for internet. And he looked at me like, what the fuck? He thought I was stupid. And I was like, all right, I'll take it. And I walked away. That's
something that I don't understand. Is like, if you give somebody like a non-standard answer of just like, I don't know or yes or no, then they get mad. It's like, well, I mean,
Oh shit, what do I do?
yeah, it's like, it's not my freaking fault you didn't. That wasn't in the playbook. Just move on. I don't know.
Today they came at us, and they're like, hey, what do you guys have? And I was like, and I looked at the logo on his table. I go, I think we have you guys. Oh, cool, right on. He left us the fuck alone after that.
You have. I've never been able to like this. Okay, so I worked years on the Weed Socks Index, and I'll explain that later. But I worked for years on that shit, and I've been trying for a long time to find out exactly what I can call this one. But I didn't know you had this gene, whatever it is, that puts on this like weird walk. It's a strange pace.
The don't fuck with me, but I'm still trying to look casual.
I really don't know what to call it. Like I said, I worked for years on the Weed Socks Index before I found out what it would be called. Like,
what am I doing? Like, describe it, because now I want to know.
It's an almost imperceptible advancing in pace. I don't know what the word is.
Like I start speeding
acceleration.
Up?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's an almost imperceptible acceleration where you freaking are walking faster, but you can't tell that it's faster than your walking pace until you're behind you, right? And when you are, you're like, oh, she's getting away. Oh, she's trying to get away from me. Oh, I feel like an asshole now.
It's like a Doppler effect. I look normal passing by, but the second they see me, like, flip my hair back and dismiss them, they're like, wait a minute, she was running.
Has the mic been clipping the whole time? Has the mic been clipping the whole time? Oh, God. Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Why? Why did it just clip? Whatever. we've had whole sessions that clipped.
Oh, fuck it. My ASMR's all loud as fuck. Every individual popcorn. Boop, 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 boop.
Corrupted the whole audio file, dude.
Oh, man. Yeah. I do it. I'm like, oh, fuck, I gotta get out of here. Like, oh, but what I was saying originally is my attitude towards religious white people, like, that I see in the wild.
Yeah.
Just, if they're doing whatever and they're minding their own business, leaving me the fuck alone, that's fine. But when they try and approach me and they're like, have you heard the good word? I'm like, ew. Like, immediately, I'll see them from across the parking lot and I'm like, I'm gonna walk all the way around.
Have you heard the good word? Is it no?
Is it stop?
Is it bitch? I mean, is it time for the Weed Socks Index? Is it time to explain that?
Well, I mean to say, because you're talking about how you get racist.
Oh.
I'm more and more.
I can't get past that.
I have more aversion to them.
Wait a minute, is this freaking D-Day? This is D-Day?
Dude, there's no beach here.
I mean, yeah, but they got like the bunkers and the machine gunners and they got like this cover and stuff,
We'll just put it over Saving Private Ryan and see if it lines up.
Hold on.
Is there an alien carrying his arm?
God, that was so friggin' money.
That movie
is so awesome. My favorite thing is just like how granular the details go. And I know I've been using that word a lot as of like the last like couple of months, but there's this really cool moment where there's a medic on the beach and he gets shot, right? But he doesn't notice. So he gets hit in the canteen and you don't notice that he got hit because he doesn't bleed. But once the water is finished draining out of his canteen, blood starts draining out too.
It's so fucking sick. I like the behind the scenes thing because he trained everybody. He made everyone go through some kind of basic
Matt
training.
Damon went through basic.
And Matt Damon's the one they're there to rescue, and he starts acting like a little bitch because they went through hell to go get him, and you can feel that. Like, on set, they didn't like Matt Damon already.
They didn't dislike him, but it was like...
There was resentment already in there, so it was easy to play that, like, get your little bitch ass down.
It was like, oh, now I get what they felt when this happened. Cause they show up and they're like, yeah, Private Ryan, we're here to save you. And he's like, no.
What? I don't need saving.
Well, he's got like trench foot and he's just like, what No?
What do you mean no, bitch?
What does no mean in this context?
Get in the truck!
And he's like, I'm not leaving my guys, yo. We've been through all this already. And he's like, alright, I guess we'll just fight a tank with a handgun.
Anyway, I guess it's time for the Weed Socks Index.
Alright, so I'll explain the Weed Socks Index. So the Weed Socks Index is how you, in short, it's how you gauge how basic somebody is. So, do they own weed socks? 100%. And weed socks are like the marijuana leaf on socks, right? A pair of socks that have the marijuana leaf on them. Mm-hmm. If you were to show them those socks, do they say, oh, that's cool? Probably pretty basic. When you show them those socks and they don't own them, do they say, oh my god, I need to get those? Even more basic than somebody who already owns them.
Really?
Yes, because they don't own them.
They're excited.
And they're excited to. So not only are they behind the curve on their own, like, people, but they're eager to become this.
Probably because the people with the weed socks already got them as a gift. And that's not the case when somebody goes, oh, I need some of those.
Yeah, like, you can come into ownership of weed socks by any metric. So if you show them to somebody and they say, I want those, then they're more basic than the people who already own them.
Okay.
So you can tell where somebody falls on the Weed Socks Index by showing them a pair of weed socks.
Alternatively, this works for weed beanies.
No. It's gotta be the socks.
Why?
Because if it's like, who's gonna freaking see those?
This is for me.
Yeah, so if you wanna like be all about weed, then do your thing. I don't care. But
what are you wearing under there? Weed socks.
So yeah, if you want to be all about it, sure. But if you're gonna get so excited about smoking weed that you're going to fricking make it your entire personality, you don't have one, and you can't cultivate one based on this.
So what tattoos follow the people with Weed Socks Index high scores?
Hold on. Somebody with a high score on the Weed Socks Index has a butterfly if it's a chick, usually a flag if it's a dude, or a date. Usually it's a date. And it's like, oh, that's the day my daughter died. Oh, okay. I mean, that's different.
I was gonna say like a rose.
A rose, anything that comes off of like a template.
And we can gauge it off your sister.
Oh yeah.
One of your 1,000.
Yeah, one of my 1,000 sisters has like 2 roses on her chest or some shit. So she's double basic. God, she thinks she's so freaking anything. God, that's the most embarrassing shit. Oh, just thinking about it. I don't give a shit about that. Is that a Ouija board? Oh, I thought that was a Ouija board.
These aliens are summoning demons.
That's how you get the church to pitch in. They wouldn't do that shit.
The higher the score, the less I can handle it.
Yeah.
Because that's all they talk about. Because they'll look at you, and if you exchange like 3 words, they'll be like, do you smoke?
Yep, those are the 3 words they'll exchange. When it comes, like, I am very bad at conversing. I'm freaking awful at conversing. So unless I'm in like earlier I was in a specialty store. I was in the airsoft store. So I was able to talk to the guy about airsoft and just guns in general. And I was just like, God, the G383 is such a freaking Chad gun. And I was able to talk about that. Asked him about like stuff that he knew about.
Because he's the one that fixes the guns, which is really interesting.
He's a tech, yeah. So I was just like talking about stuff with him. But if it's just like what do you say to your coworkers? What do what?
Coworkers love talking about themselves.
Well, you said that when last I asked you, but it really doesn't.
They really do, though.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
God bless. I loved my old manager, but she really only wanted to talk about her life.
A lot of people like to talk about themselves all the time. It's fine. It's not a bad thing.
It's just weird when you can tell, like, the switch goes off in their eyes
when you bring
start
up something
talking.
that's well, that's why, like, if ever I do talk to somebody, which is the other half of what I was saying, if ever I do talk to somebody, I'll bring up something that's just cool. Be like, yo man, you ever gone airsoft? And they're like, hey, what games do you play? Stuff like that. So it's like something that they can talk about that I can relate to, because I would hate for it to be like, yo man, I was working on this song earlier, here's a couple bars, yo. This guy hit me with that. He was like, yo, okay, so I've been doing music for a couple years.
A coworker?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
From my old job.
Oh God.
Here's
Even
the thing
worse.
though. He had a great voice. That
Really?
dude.
San Bernardino?
Yes.
All right.
That dude had an amazing voice. But God, were his lyrics trash.
Oh yeah, in case anyone doesn't know, San Bernardino is like, I was gonna say the LA of the Inland Empire, but the LA is part of
No.
It's just shit, alright?
No. You said it. San Bernardino is the LA of the Inland Empire.
It shows up on Cops all the time.
Yeah. It feels bad when you see somebody you know.
I've recognized a few streets a couple times.
I've recognized a few police officers.
It's really weird when you're watching like live PD or Cops and you're like, hey, it's down the street from my old house.
Okay. One time on Cops, a cop that I knew-ish, I talked to one time, he died.
Oh.
Freaking, he showed up on Cops. I said, what? That's weird. I had to remind myself that, like, this is a recording.
Oh, yeah.
Dead cops.
Anyway, that's where we were living. But yeah, so he had a good voice?
Oh yeah, his lyrics were trash, but he could sing really well. The guy, my coworker, is what we were talking about. Just to return to.
To return to what the fuck?
God, why?
Jeez, why isn't he firing that gun? Is it not even a gun?
Yeah, it is a gun. He does.
He's like, it's faster to fucking hit you.
This is what they taught me in Russia.
Yeah, they're born and raised here on planet Earth, so they're still. Wait, hold on.
What?
If alien creatures, what the fuck, reproduce on Earth, are they still aliens?
Well,
I know they're not human.
Here's the thing about that. What are they made of? You know, because it's not necessarily that they're extraterrestrials per se, but more that they just aren't human, right? Because, like, you can refer to a concept as alien. For instance, firearms, that is an alien concept to you.
So you gotta be specific, like, oh my god, those are space aliens.
No, you gotta call them extraterrestrials because they're from a terra that is not extra.
Extraneous to
us.
To us.
To us as humans. Finally got my hands on a sniper rifle, really.
Does the moon count? Because the moon is like our moon, it straight up belongs to us.
That's a good question.
It belongs to us.
Well, I mean, has anybody claimed it?
I mean,
like,
there's a few flags up there.
If a little, but like, I mean, has anybody claimed that, like, this is, what? Do I have, like, bullet time right now? What?
That was weird.
Oh, I do have bullet time. What is that?
I think I'm not as interested in this game as I want to be because it just looks like fucking Medal of Honor.
Yeah, I think I get...
It's very gray.
I think I get what you're saying, yeah. I remember this level of Medal of Honor, too. You know.
I just mean, like,
running
you're
through Manchester,
just a normal-ass soldier.
Up to Nottingham.
You're just a normal-ass soldier in a
right
normal...
through the Manchester Cathedral.
Normal-ass, fucked-up London
just
map.
Killing these Nazis, you know?
I mean, space Nazis.
Shooting Nazis.
I want to rewatch that movie.
I hate that movie.
Fuck you.